Cup. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. That is going just a tad to the left, it appears.
Hopefully there's enough green that left side.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
12 feet still to go. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. If you're just tuning in, it has been a good one. Let's get you caught up as we go down to hole number 14. Frank, how would you assess this first round performance from our featured golfer?
I'd say commercial, solid, very professional. If this is the worst round they score all week, it's not such a bad round.
Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog? Let's see what she's got here. She is loading up with a big one.
That ball just took off the face. Whoa, that is long.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Now the approach shot, par 4, 15th hole. Frank, break it down.
Green narrows up the further back you go, so the most generous place to land the ball is in the front half of this green. It's also the flattest section of the green.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? These putts keep the round together. Stays at 1 under with that par. Back on the tee here at the 16th. Frank, lay it out for us. What's ahead on this hole?
Well, even though there's two bunkers, one on the left and one on the right, it's the shortest of the 4 par 5s. You can almost take those out of play and have just a mid-iron in here. But we all know what's coming up.
Good contact, good result. Frank, one of the real privileges of broadcasting at Bay Hill is when we get a visit to the booth by the king himself, Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, he has so many stories. I love when he talks about the way in which his father, Deacon Palmer, first taught him how to grip a golf club. He said he put his hands on the club and he said, "Son, don't let them ever move, and you'll play golf forever and a day."
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Frank, this is a great hole through the years to watch when the pressure is ratcheted up deep into a round. That is all you want at more than 220 yards.
Plays slightly shorter because it's downhill. The bunker's on the left in play. Even the bunker short ride, and of course the water, if you just miss it a bit, that's in play. And the green shapes away from you. This has to be the most difficult par 3 on the golf course. in the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Oh my goodness, Frank. I think that baby went in. You know, Tiger was born on the same day as LeBron James, December 30th. And he's had his share of slam dunks, especially on the 18th hole here at Bay Hill.
Yeah, he's just a perfect fit for the golf course. You'd think every now and again he fears left, but he doesn't fear left at Bay Hill. We've seen his best golf over the last 15 or so years. To win there 8 times, nobody's come close to that. Ernie Els, one of the great players in the world, has won it twice.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. This is a good-looking shot. So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie. And getting ready for the putt.
Yet another birdie and yet another tie at the top of the leaderboard. Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Its second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Back-to-back birdies, we'll see. Frank, all of a sudden, another player to factor in on this leaderboard.
Yeah, and things are starting to tighten up right now. Going to see where the next move comes from.
Is this a good risk-reward par 5?
It's more about the second shot here. It's probably the most demanding second shot on the golf course.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Frank, what are you doing with this third shot here to the par 5?
A little bit of nerves. Make sure you get a little bit past the hole, and there's a bit of a ridge at the back of the screen. Often you can spin the ball back towards the hole.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. It's a little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Right off the edge.
Just a fraction softer, then it might have just turned in.
That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Frank, this is a stout finishing hole, the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah, it finishes that great run of 16, 17, and 18, and so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Nice position, short grass, second shot. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.